Hey playa, do you have to give a presentation in front of your entire class and because of that you're feeling nervous and scared that you're going to mess up? Don't worry. Over the years, I've learned a few different things about giving a presentation that I want to share with you. Things that have helped me be a better performer, a better speaker, and just a better presenter overall.
This is the Josh Speaks. You're watching the Josh Speak.
For those of you that are new here, my name is Josh, and every single Monday through Friday, I make videos sharing tips, ideas, and stories teaching you how to be your best self. Now, when I first started speaking in front of people, I was really nervous. Just the idea of sharing what I had to say and hopefully getting people engaged made me terrified. I would spend a lot of time in my own head constantly thinking, do I look weird up there? Are people secretly judging me? Do they think I don't know what I'm talking about? What's going on in their minds? And as you can see, it's not a very effective presentation style. When you start to think more negatively than positively about the thing that you're doing, you're far more likely to mess up doing it. Now don't get me wrong though, there are some really bad presenters out there, but the reason why they're really bad is because they're not really working on what they need to help better connect with their audiences, and that's something I want to share with you. Back when I was in college taking business classes, I had to do a lot of different types of presentations. Most of them were group projects, but some of them were individual things where I had to go up and speak all by myself. And I remember in the beginning, I kind of sucked. I would just work off the PowerPoint slides behind me. I would just kind of stand so my body language looked like I wasn't really prepared to talk about what I wanted to. And I just kept my head facing down or didn't look at anyone. At one point, my teacher pulled me over after class one day and said, "Hey, I think you know what you're talking about, but you don't really know the best way to present it. What I would really suggest you do is go online and look up other people's presentation styles. Go study other people that are masters at speaking and just try to emulate what they're doing." So I went back to my dorm and decided to look up a bunch of different key people that I thought were really good presenters. And the one person I really honed in on was Steve Jobs. There was something about the way that he spoke and paced himself on stage that I thought was really engaging and something that I wanted to obtain. So I just parroted that technique when I did my next presentation. When I went up to speak, I imagined myself in that moment as Steve Jobs standing there giving a presentation. I tried to mimic his body language, the way that he spoke, the intonations of his voice, all of it. And in the end, my teacher told me that my whole persona had somehow changed when I was up there on the stage, which is exactly what I wanted to happen. Now, I don't know if there's an official name for this, but I tend to call it the parrot trick. And that's finding someone that you really admire for their presentation skills, observing them, really studying how they walk, how they talk, how they make eye contact, and what they do in front of other people, and really just emulating that for yourself. And the coolest part about it is that after using their training wheels in the beginning, after you start imitating them, eventually it starts to become muscle memory and you start to change it to fit your personality a whole lot more. So basically now when I speak in front of people, I no longer do it like Steve Jobs, I do it like myself, which is exactly the point you want to eventually get to. But there's one more thing about giving presentations that I think is huge and everyone should know. Part of the problem with being up there is that you think that the audience knows your material and what you're talking about better than you, and that they're just kind of quizzing you or waiting to see if you actually know it, and that's just not true. The reality is the people that are watching you are going to follow your pace. So if you slow down what you're speaking, they're going to think that's part of the presentation. If you speed up, or even if you get nervous and mess up and make a joke about it, they're going to think that that's part of the presentation. No one in the audience dictates how the experience goes. So realistically, when you're up there, you set the tone, not them. So don't worry about them secretly prejudging you if you don't know what to say or you mess up. Just make it part of your presentation. Say, actually, I forgot to talk about that. Or, you know, I'm really nervous about this right now and I don't know why, but let's explore that together. Make it seem like it's all part of the show. And that way people will just say, oh, okay, this is part of the whole thing. That's something I've experienced time and time again when I've gotten tongue twisted or I forgot what I wanted to say or just started to get all sweaty and feel nervous. I just kind of addressed it, made a joke about it, made it seem like it wasn't that big of a deal. And guess what? The audience didn't think it was a big deal either then. So remember, when you're speaking in front of people, you're not powerless. You're actually powerful. People are going to follow what you say. So develop how you want to say it, and if you do mess up, Take control of those, own your situation, and really show them that you deserve to be up there because you know how to do it. What do you think though? Have you ever felt nervous about giving a presentation before? Leave your comments down below and we'll talk about it. Now, if you're in a situation that you don't want to openly talk about in the YouTube comments, you can always shoot me a DM over on Snapchat or Instagram. I do my best to answer as many messages as I can. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're new here, make sure to click the subscribe button. And if you want to keep learning more about giving really good presentations, definitely check out the videos I have over there on the side, where I go more in depth into body language, speaking, and all these different things that you can learn to master so you can present your best self at all times. On that note, guys, I'll catch you next time. As always, love and peace.